Hey everybody, here's a detailed workflow for your makeup lessons. So on one side here I got an attendance report from BMFCal, and on the other side we have the closed days menu actually, which is what you're going to use to put the makeup lessons back onto the calendar at their usual time and studio and day. So, first you want to select a student from the attendance report. So let's see, I'm going to start here with Micah. Um, you'll see here there might be some duplicate entries of your students. So that's a little database error. You just got to select the one that produces results. Might be the second of two entries. Run report, and then you'll get the results for both their PL and band if they're enrolled in both. So remember, we're looking at PLs today. Show the details for that one just to see. Okay, yeah, Micah was away on the 21st of December. All right, and then I'm going to verify that I've noted that at the bottom of his home rock in the makeup credits section, December 21st, Micah was sick. All right, so now I go on to my closed days exclusion report over here. So I'm going to see Micah, so I'm going to exclude him from this closed day record right here. And you get a little pop-up. Sure you want to do this? Yes. All right, it has been done. Okay. All right. So here now you see it says day closed, but lesson is on. Micah is on for makeup day. All right, then remember, after Micah attends that lesson, then you're going to go on to your home rock and type used into the makeup credits section. Okay, so that's the best way to enter students in for their usual lesson time and date. Now, if you have a situation where you want to change your schedule and see a student at a different time than they're usually meeting you, for example, if you're doing just a couple of makeups on a particular day. This is probably more applicable to the end of the year than it is our mid-year makeups. But in June, if you've got a student who you want to meet at a different time, then you use the attendance report. So let me take another example of my student here. We'll take Mr. Oliver Spackman. Okay. Oops, so yeah, there's an example of where the database error. I got two records for Oliver. I want to pick the one that actually has data. All right. So now Oliver's missed one lesson, and it's back in December on the 14th. But he can come in, say, earlier on a given lesson day. If you see over here, normally he's meeting at 4:15 on Wednesdays. Actually, for this example, why don't I say that he's coming in later? Um, I'll put him after Micah just as an example. So I would select that day, and then after Micah's lesson, Micah has a 45-minute lesson, so I'm going to plug in Oliver afterwards. Now, Oliver is usually in Studio 6. Remember that these move around over at Battalion, so just put in the default there, and then Jessica works it out for where you're actually going to meet. Okay, now I click reschedule, and then I get a little dialog box pops up, says okay, that is done. All right, so now you see that the canceled lesson was now rescheduled on this day, this time, this studio. Okay, so let's go into the calendar and verify that schedule. So I'm going to go to February 1st. All right, those are the days I was working on. And I see I've got Micah at his usual time of 5 o'clock and Oliver at 5:45, which is not his usual slot, but because I've cleared all the other lessons from that day, I can plug in Oliver there. That function also works, bear in mind, if you have a student who has canceled on a regular lesson day and you can plug in a makeup lesson over a canceled lesson. I'll show another example of that another time. But here, let's go back to Oliver's attendance report and say you need to change that or clear that record that you just made. You can do that in his attendance report record here. So I'm actually going to get rid of that, because in truth, on this makeup week in January, he's coming at his usual time. Okay, so there's an example of creating a makeup lesson at its usual time using the closed days / makeup lesson report over here on the right, and makeup lessons at a different time or day using the attendance report. All right, good luck everybody.